Good afternoon. What's going on? This is Felix Garcia, aka the Finance Pastor. What an honor and a privilege it is to be welcomed into your home. And what a week it has been in the stock market, with the month of November already pretty much to the close. Many investors have really had a hard time investing in November with a lot of downturns, a lot of sell off in the AI stocks. There are many people repositioning, many people rotating their stocks, and we're seeing a lot of movement into the metals and also into the retail space, such as Ralph Lauren, Victoria's Secrets, many of those type of business. Coles, you've seen a lot of rotation, many people moving their money from AI to those stocks. We're seeing a lot of people that have been just collecting profits, and really it has been a hard trading month for options traders, with so much volatility that has happened in this month. Many people just kind of really nonchalant, not knowing what to expect for the rest of the year. I believe that December is going to be shaping up to be, I believe, a very strong month for the S&P. For my opinion, and I'm just an opinionator, I believe the S&P is going to finish above the 7,000 mark. We're literally like 2 or 3% away from really that hitting that mark. I think if the Fed does factor in the basis point, the quarter basis point cut, maybe one, maybe two in December, you could really see the stock market jump. But all is relative. You never know if this is already priced in. But there's a lot of great companies that are still in a buy zone. There's a lot of companies, even in the Mag 7, if you look at Apple, you look at Google, those are still good stocks that you're buying, great stocks. See, price is what you pay, but value is what you receive. And that's what you're looking at in these stocks. What are you paying for? Are you buying value? And right now, there's still great stocks that you can purchase and add to your portfolio. Now, if you're the type of investor that maybe is weary, maybe you have concern or trepidation about what is to happen in the stock market, I've talked about this before, is you should also consider maybe adding some instruments into your portfolio, such as hedging, such as put insurance, stop losses, or even futures trading, just to hedge on the positions, uh, anything that could help you maybe on gap positions overnight. Those are good things that you can add to your trading. I'm looking forward towards this next month. I believe that crypto is going to take a big boost up. It has been beating up Ethereum, Bitcoin. If you're the type of person that has been waiting to invest in one of these asset classes, such as crypto, even in the AI space, a lot of these stocks have gotten beat up so much that you can really take advantage of it. And that's what I love about that. You have a lot of things you can do. Many people are just really finding these opportunities in the stock market, and I believe that you're going to be finding many good stocks that you can do over the weekend. It's Thanksgiving weekend. What a week to be thankful for. I know many of you are thankful for your family. Many are thankful for just your place of employment, just the people in your life. And I'm very thankful for a lot of things. God has blessed myself and my family more than I can have ever asked for. And I hope you too have had those blessings too. What are we looking for in the stock market over the next week? I'm believing that we're going to have a nice move up. Generally, volume is a little lower right in the Thanksgiving area, but you're going to see a lot of traders come back, and they want to finish the year strong. I think this is going to see we're going to see a Santa Claus rally. Generally what happens in the December month, you're going to see a lot of retail. You're going to see a lot of rotation in the stock market. That is a healthy thing for the stock market, is rotation. If all the stocks or all the money is just in seven companies, that's not a healthy stock market. So money moving around in other sectors is actually very encouraging. So I want to look at a couple of stocks here. Let's look at just the S&P 500, and I'm going to share my screen with you guys. There we go. Trading view here. Let's go S&P. Let's go full chart. So we are starting to see the S&P just really just hitting a nice stride here. This is right here is I could see this as a base. This could be like a drop base rally, or could be just a consolidation for the next leg up. I'm believing we're just 150 points from 7,000. I believe we're going to finish strong this year. And I really believe that we're going to finish above 7,000. If we could finish in the 7,100 range, that would be a strong move for the stock market. Let's look at others. Let's look at the NASDAQ. You look at that, it's almost looking at the same type of stock. Could this be a V? I mean, look at this right here. We look at this. Could this be a smaller version of this? I don't know. But one thing I know is that there's many people that are looking to push these stocks. They're looking for the end of the year rally. I'm going to see, I believe you're going to have a lot of retail investors that are really going to push these stocks up. And that's what I'm looking for here. Dow Jones, another one that's been rallying. It would be super nuts, really nuts, if the Dow Jones could finish above 50,000. It could rally. It will need a very strong rally, and it would need some type of news that will really push it forward. Could maybe better than expected, like earnings. Maybe could the rate cuts, could it be 50 basis points instead of a quarter basis points? No one knows, but I can see the Dow Jones really moving in an upward movement. We're looking at Apple, one of my favorites. Again, this is still to me a good stock. You're buying, value is what you pay, price is what you pay, value is what you receive. And this stock right here, it's looking like it's making a great move here. I like this stock here. Let's look at a couple of others. Tesla, another one. I'm looking for this one to make a rally. I need this stock. Me personally, I would love this stock to rally 100 points. Now, would it? I don't know, but maybe 40 to 70 points in this month, I could see that. So Tesla, I'm in the stock. I own this, is in my portfolio. Again, I've talked about Netflix here. Netflix did a split. It's at 107. I would look for Netflix if it could drop down into this $81 range. If it drops down in that range, I'm a buyer. It needs to consolidate right here. I really believe that we're not, I don't know if I want to buy right here. Let's do the base. If I look at Netflix with an objective eye, I will wait for this to come down into this zone right here before I buy. $81. If you're buying anywhere in the 82 to 92, that's the range. For me, I will have to see this stock come down before I add on to this position. I do like Netflix. I thought they were going to get the UFC contract. That didn't happen. So, this is another stock I'm still bullish on, but it has a ways to go. Let's look at some other ones. We got to look at NVIDIA. NVIDIA, again, is in a consolidation. This is to me is in a buy zone. So if this stock continues, if there's a push up on Monday or Tuesday and Wednesday, this could signal a sign for the buy signal from many investors here. I like NVIDIA. Let's look at Meta. Meta, I'm bullish on Meta. Meta, I wouldn't be surprised if it came down to that 543 range. To me, this is an undervalued stock. Meta, I really just bullish on Mark Zuckerberg. I'm not saying he's my BFF, but you just have to see that he's been in the front lines of all the latest technology. You have to respect that. So you have to look at him with an eye and say, okay, Meta's still a good player. I think is a still decent PE ratio. Let's look at AMD. AMD, no man's land. I can see this stock falling right back down. Uh, with AMD, it's a toss up because when this stock gaps up, it normally has a fall right back down. And I've been caught in that situation before with this stock here. So I am looking for this to fill this gap here. Now, could it just bounce up and create a new one? Yeah, it could. But long term, I would look for this gap to be filled sometime in the next couple of weeks. It could be a couple of months, or it could even be next year sometime. So you never know. It all depends on the sentiment of the stock market. AMD, I'm bullish on the CEO, Lisa Su, but I'm also like, I think the stock is a little gapped up too hard. We're looking at Amazon again. Amazon, I think this is a great company. I love what Jeff Bezos is doing. You have to see that he's bringing in a lot of different type of revenue in addition to what is the main core. You look at companies like Zook, these selfless driving cars or taxis or robo taxis. You got to see. I love what they're doing. This. I mean, they already have certain places. Zook is in Nevada, other state cities, and this could be an arrival to Tesla. Also, Waymo. You got to look at that. One thing I want to look at is the stock is with Uber. I was in Las Vegas for F1, um, and one of the things that I've been seeing, and not only in F1, I was in Atlanta, Georgia. There we go. That's where I was on Friday. I was in Atlanta, Georgia. I was going to the Georgia Tech Georgia game, and there's a lot of Waymo cars that are partnering with Uber, and Uber technology is one that you I like Uber, but they have their monetary thing really, they got it dialed in. They have good partnerships. I could see Uber get away from these car. You start seeing all these guys that talk about unionizing, and especially in places like LA, New York, stuff like that. I can see Uber being, hey, why are we going to pay these union fees? We're better off buying robo taxis. And I could see Uber partnering with a company like Waymo and almost give Tesla a run for their money. Because right now is everyone talks about Tesla as the robo taxi, like the big player. But you have to look at Uber Technologies and Waymo's partnership. I'm not saying that this is going to be the creme de la creme, but I like the partnership. I would not be shocked if there was either a merger, maybe some buy-in, just kind of something to merge with them. Because what helps Waymo is Uber's already has the customers. Now, if Uber has the customers, that means people don't have to download a Waymo. They don't have to understand a new company. They're just already used to Uber. What would be crazy, and this would be totally nuts and crazy, but what about if Uber did Uber Eats? And just let's say like a Chick-fil-A. It goes, picks up the food, a person puts it in the car, takes it to you, you meet them at the hotel or wherever it is, and you get your food. That would be an interesting concept. And I think we're not far-fetched from it. I think that's a possible thing. But like Uber Technologies, really, I am bullish on this. On what I saw yesterday in downtown Atlanta. I mean, I thought it was really cool. And I really respect what the company Uber is doing, and also partnering with Waymo. You got to look at all these companies are partnering with each other. So Amazon is involved in this. Uber's involved. So there's like this huge partnership brewing, and I could see Uber really take off. So I would consider this in your portfolio. This is a stock that I'm just more speculation. I'm not saying this is it, but you have to look at this. You have to consider that this might be a very viable play. Uber, I'm bullish on you. So hopefully I'm right, but I'm known to be wrong too. So it happens. I wish I was perfect, but I'm not. Micro strategy. Let's go. Just decline, of course. M for murder. Will it stop? I don't know. Bitcoin's been rallying. So micro strategy here has just been kind of down, but I can see this rally a little bit. Let's look at what else we got. Google, Alphabet, great stock. This is a wonderful stock. Again, everyone knows that Warren Buffett has been investing in this company. He's been buying for the last few months. And you look at this company from a PE ratio, from a price to earnings. If you look at fundamentals, if you take away the hoopla, you take away all the aura, this company right here, from a macro and from a micro standpoint, financially they're sound. So this is something that you have to look at. Now, the biggest draw to Google is going to be this: can they compete with AI? I know they have Gemini. Uh, I'm using more Grok and kind of getting used to it, but Google needs to really reinvent. I mean, they have basically the biggest search engine. How can they turn it into like the AI version of that? That would be super neat because they have all the just like Tesla has all the data on robotaxi. Google has that for the internet search engines and all that. So I really think that Google could innovate. They just need to have the right people that would drive that innovation. So hopefully, I think they do. I'm bullish on it, but let's see what the future holds for Google. Netflix, we already did that. Robinhood Markets. So this stock, I really, so I don't dislike this company, but also the movie The Big Short make me not really like this company. When you screw over your traders, there's like a thing that I have about that. So you hurt me once, okay, I'll take the blame for trusting you, but not twice. So Robin Hood. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe someone needs to correct me on this, but I just think that they're not customer friendly. They're not for their customers. They've never really admitted that they did wrong. And that's the part that really bothers me. So Robinhood, I see this as a stock that many people like. Kathy Wood's involved in the stock, and eh, I'm just not a fan of theirs. But there's many friends that I know that love this stock, so I'll talk about it. But Hood, it could it be the next Think or Swim or like a Schwab type of company? Probably so, because you have one of the things that Robinhood does is that they really cater to the newer investors. So they do a good job at that. So you got to give them their props on those things. So I'm not opposed to giving people their props there. Let's go to UNH. United Healthcare again is just kind of beat up, but then again is that's one of those things about this company. If this company long term, if you're looking to buy and you're looking to say, hey, could this company double in 3 to 4 years? And if your answer is yes, you should be investing in this. That's if you feel like this stock could go double in 3 to 4 years, that means you're making 25% a year of a year. That's better than the average investor. The S&P 500, the S&P 500 has averaged 11.6% over the last 50 years. That's the key. If you're patient in investing, you'll do very, very well. So we're looking forward. So we're looking forward to this next week, and I'm just excited for what's going to happen in the stock market. Now, I want to transition from the stock market to a team that I absolutely love, the New York Jets. So the New York Jets, they've had a horrible season. they've had some pretty some trades that were really like I'm kind of 50-50 split on it. I love Quinn and Williams. I love Sauce. They were traded for we got pretty much in the next 2 years, 5 first rounders and 3 second rounders. So I have been in rebuilding mode for the New York Jets as a fan since like 1984. I think as I remember as a kid, I was born in 77. I fell in love with the stock market because of the New York Jets. They had a team, they had a defensive line called the New York Sack Exchange. And I remember seeing the picture of Mark Gastineau, Joe Klecko, and Rashawn Salam. And I saw them. I was like, oh my gosh, I fell in love with the stock market. And what's funny is that I trade in the stock market today. So one of the things is I'm looking for the New York Jets against the Atlanta Falcons. I believe that Coach Aaron Glenn is doing a phenomenal job. I think along with Darren Muji, we're really building something. Now, over the last 10, 15, 20 years, I've said this a lot. This is the regime that's going to change it. And, sometimes like many people make fun of Jets fans, but we believe in our team. And one of the things that I love about being a New York Jets fan is I'm not a bandwagon fan. I'm a Jets fan and I know what it is to have losing seasons. I know what it is to be long suffering. That's being a New York Jets fan. But about something that I love about New York Jets fans is that even though our team sucks right now and has sucked for many years, you have people who are loyal. You have people who love their team. And one of the things that I love about the people or the fans that love the New York Jets is you're committed. Not only are you committed, but you're resilient. And being a Jets fan is a lot like life. It really is. Because no matter how many things may come your way that may beat you up, Jets fans are always positive every single year. And that's us. We're positive every single year, even though we know we're going to get our butts handed to us. But one of the things is that what I love about it, the lesson that I get is life is not perfect. But no matter what, you show up to go to work every day. And like many New York Jets fans, I feel like you take on the people, the blue collar worker, the white collar worker, whatever it may be. But people who get up every day, get up every morning to provide for their family. We see ourselves in you guys who play on the field. I know that I don't play on the field. I'm a fan. I know that. But one of the things is I look at these men and I see how they're fighting. I see how they're building their building a culture. And I really think that Aaron Glenn and Coach and Darren Muji are the people for it. One of the things is we've always wanted quick fixes, and you can't quick fix this. This has to be from the ground up, not only on the football field, but also internally in the office. Like New York Jets office people, I wonder, are you guys sold out? Are you guys committed? And it has to be, it's not just players. It's got to be from the janitor to the owner to the players to everyone. We're all accountable. Everyone needs to do their job. So I'm looking forward to the New York Jets Atlanta game tomorrow. I'm bringing my family. It's going to be a rainy day, so we're going to see how that works out. But in all things, you got a lot of great pieces. You got A.D. Mitchell, who we got John Menchie. You got a lot of these pieces that we signed and that really could be a really good addition. The Jets, yeah, we have some good players that we traded, but we need a lot more help. We already know that. We have not had a franchise quarterback, and we have done so much harm to ourselves of what we've ruined careers. Like you look at Sam Darnold, you look at Zach Wilson, and every quarterback that came before them. Like we are so horrible in developing quarterbacks. And to see Sam Darnold like really thriving, it hurts. It like, what the heck? We had a stud and we just let him go because we have bad leadership. So a lot of people may want to blame Woody Johnson, but the dude's got money. Dude, he bought the team, and I generally think he cares about the team. I really do. I don't know about the dysfunction. I'm not with him. So from what I see, is he loves this team, and if you really look at it, Woody Johnson has done a lot of things that the fans have wanted. Like, think of it. We got Aaron Rodgers because it was what the fans wanted. Like, we needed a quarterback. He did the moves. Same thing. You could look through years. I mean, you look at the Brett Favre move. You could look at from Ryan Fitzpatrick, all these moves. I think Woody Johnson really loves his team. I know we don't give him a lot of credit because, of course, when you lose, everything sucks. So, but I'm bullish on the Johnson family. I really do think that they really want the Jets to thrive. They just have not been successful on it. Just call a spade a spade. It is what it is. But as a fan, I look forward to every season. I look forward to it's kind of like my one thing that I look forward to. Now there has been a lot of disappointment, but that's the New York Jets. But I'm still gonna root for my team. Hopefully this Sunday they'll win. I'm bringing my family, so for all you guys that are attending the game, I hope you guys have fun. I hope there's not a lot of rain. And as always, let's go New York Jets. See you guys until next time.